welcome to my channel. If you have not done so already, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, put the bell button on for more notifications. Who, me, what? And I know I look a mess. I know I look horrible. I took out the braids. I gotta wash my hair. So I said, let me put this little doohickey on. Gotta wash my hair, gotta fold my clothes. I am all the way tired, overcooked, done. Close the grill. I'm cooked. Adulting has really been kicking my ass. And I just want to tell y'all real quick, if you hear Bar Rescue in the background, I was watching Bar Rescue, and I ain't even fitting to go out there and turn it on. I was watching Bar Rescue because I really want to be sitting down and drinking at somebody's bar, but I cannot. So I was watching Bar Rescue. Earth is ghetto, and I want to leave. I am tired of adulting. Even though my youngest baby is 2 years old, I feel like postpartum is too kicking my ass. So you have adulting and you have postpartum. And I think they like twin sisters. And these bitches is tired of me. They kicking my ass. They is truly kicking my ass. I'm trying to fight back. But I lost my asthma pump. My asthma kicking in. And I'm having a hard time fighting back. But anyway, I probably will be doing a video about me adjusting to postpartum and all of this stuff. I know I haven't really done a video on my personal life in, I want to say, maybe about 3 years. But I'll probably be doing that because I think that it's something that a lot of people can relate to. Especially, I'm sure there's a lot of moms that follow me and that like my material. So I think that would do well. And I'm going to reach out to y'all and knock on y'all door and let y'all know what's really going on with me. I try to drop videos once a week. That's why it's important that you put the bell button on for more notifications so that you will be alerted when I drop a video. Even if it's a short, even if it's a video, even if it's a 2-minute video, whatever. That would be encouraging to me to also produce more work for y'all. Okay, one hand washes the other and both hands wash the ashy face. All right, so let's get into love, marriage, and Huntsville. You guys know me by now. I like to call it love, marriage, and Hunts Point because it's getting real ghetto. What's going on with the light? Huh? I should have had a glass of wine, but that's okay. Love, marriage, and Huntsville. Let's start with this sit down with Keke and Mel. The hell is in my throat? I'm coughing because maybe I shouldn't be talking about other people's businesses. But you know how I like to mind my business, aka in other people's shit. So let's sit down with Mel and Keke. I didn't really think it was necessary. And I don't really know why they sat down. Now, I say that to say, you know, I love Mel down. You know, I love me some Mel. I don't consider myself a Melometer. I don't consider myself part of no gang or whatever. You know in previous videos how I feel about that. But I love Mel. And as far as Keke goes, I would love to have do a video with her and just like talk to her. So I feel like this sit down was unnecessary and really talking about Tisha's marriage. Like, her and Marsau's relationship is what it is. And I don't ever get the impression that she's going to leave him. So if it's accurate that he's cheating on her, number one, I feel like we kind of need to drop the subject if there is no solid proof that y'all presenting to us. There's no solid proof that y'all presenting to the Huntsville committee. If there's no solid proof, I think it's time for us to just stop talking about it. Even if you have proof that you're not presenting to us, choosing not to present to us, that's fine too. You know, I'm not saying that it's not true. It could very well be true. That's fine too. But I feel like she's not leaving that man. Okay. Point blank period. That lady ain't leaving that wide hip man. She just not. She's not leaving him. So I think it's time for us either to, if it's true that he's cheating, let him cheat in peace on her. If she's okay with it, like she said at the reunion, I don't know what reunion it was, I think the last reunion, she said that she found a naked picture in his phone and he hearted it and texted the naked lady back. And she didn't think nothing of it. Now, all the rest of us might have handled it differently or might have seen it as cheating or whatever the case may be. She's not leaving this man. So why are we dragging this narrative out? If I was Keke and all the bleeping, all this bleeping that they was doing, it was just really unnecessary. You might as well have had the hairstylist, the hairdressers there. Or the girl's ex-boyfriend there to speak at that point, because all of that bleep, that was just, it was overkill. But I also feel that no matter how much evidence Keke and Mel may have, this is the reason why I'm saying that the sit down and talking about them at the sit down is just getting really redundant. And I just feel like no matter how much truth or evidence that they might have, or other people from the Huntsville streets might have, even if it's not Keke or Mel, I feel Tisha's always going to turn around and blame Keke or Mel. No matter how you slice it or dice it, it could be her mother could be bringing stuff to her attention, and somehow she's gonna spin it and blame Keke and Mel. I just feel, listen, if you like it, I love it. Like, I knew a girl, I had told her that her husband was cheating. I had told her all of this stuff, supportive, windmilling for her. She stayed with him and had cut me off. I mean, we're cool now, but it's just like, I know some more, I know some other tea, and I'm not saying it. I ain't saying it. I ain't saying shit to her. I ain't saying nothing. You're going to have to learn on your own. See, there's some women, and you have to know what type of person, what type of woman that you're dealing with. There's some women that want to know. There's some women that pretend they want to know. And there's some women that rather live in the Lululand and just don't want to know. And that's okay if you don't want to know. I won't be the one to tell you. And I'm damn sure not going to sit around and talk about something that you don't want to know. And a lot of times these women want to know. These women already know. They just want to live in the Lululand. So who am I to burst your bubble? Who am I to drive you out of the Lululand into reality with the rest of us? That ain't my job. Catch an Uber. So I just don't feel the need for them to be talking about it. So I just feel like, you know, it's Tisha we dealing with. I don't really think she want to know. The whole cut and paste of Canvas Beauty's shipping policy or return policy, I don't know. I feel like, you know what, Tisha with Marsau, and once again, we sitting in an unfinished basement, an unfinished garage. And her crying. I know Keke brought the policy up to Mel to the copy and paste. I mean, I personally, Tisha's blaming somebody else. My issue with Tisha is she doesn't take responsibility for anything. I mean, you could sit there and cry all day, woe is me, but you don't take responsibility. Now, this is my thing. I believe if Tisha took responsibility, if she took ownership, if she humbled herself, I feel like she's forced to live in the Lululand. She's forced to be cocky. That her and Marsau are lied to us for so long. The veil is coming off. We're starting to see things that are just not adding up to us. We're starting to see things that are just not adding up to us. So it's like people are now holding her accountable. All she had to do was say, she messed up. Not so much as it was a mistake and putting it on this invisible person. Baby, that was a website that you did yourself, or you and your friend did yourself, and y'all chose to copy and paste that girl's website. And Tisha's capable of doing this. Had she ate humble pie before coming out with the website, before coming out with this amazing product line for her kids, if she had humbled herself and ate humble pie and went to Mel or went to Stormy, and asked them, hey, I'm looking to do this, point me in the right direction. These are women that probably would have loved to help Tisha, probably would have helped Tisha in the past had she not crossed them. But because she doesn't take accountability, and because she's not willing to be humble, and I think she's capable of being humble, I think she's capable and wants to do those things, but I feel like her husband is stopping her. Had she just did that, you would not have ran into this. Now listen, I own a business. Let's just keep it real. Like, I have no problems with going to another business owner. I have no problems with asking questions. I have no problems with talking to and collaborating with people that I admire, people that I look up to. I give them props. I congratulate them. Like, one hand washes the other and both hands wash the face. There are people out there that you might look up to that don't mind helping you, especially if they see that you have something good, especially if they see that you have your head screwed on straight. There are a lot of people that don't mind helping you, but you can't live in this with this facade and this air about you as if you know it all, as if you got it all, as if you a billionaire, a millionaire, you making money, you this, you this, you this, and then when it's time to show receipts and when it's time to show and tell, finally it's like it cancel, we'll relaunch it, pull it off the shelf. You putting people's your labels off on other people's products. So they're sitting in an unfinished parking lot or the unfinished garage or somebody's unfinished attic with Marsau and her crying. I feel bad for Tisha, but on the other hand, they want to blame everybody but themselves. She wants to blame everybody, especially Mel and Keke, except for her husband. A lot of the energy that you're getting is the type of energy that you're putting out there in the atmosphere. We have to watch what we say oftentimes on television. We gotta watch what we say. We gotta watch how we interact with people, and we gotta watch how we run a business and make sure we have integrity. Because people are gonna hold us to task. You're wanting something from the public, you're wanting something from Mel and Keke, and you're wanting something from strangers that you are not even demanding of your own husband to give you. And that's respect. That's respect at the end of the day. All right, so let's go to this barbecue. It was nice to see Jalen. I know on every group that I'm in on Facebook, I know everybody's just been talking about where's Jalen, where's Jalen. So it was nice to see him. I heard he doesn't even live in Huntsville anymore. And shout out to him because it just seemed like Huntsville is a cesspool. I understand why Courtney didn't come, and I agree. I don't even think Stormy should have came. Really, if you ask me personally, I would not have came to interact with anything regarding Marsau and all of them if I really felt that strongly about the sit down. I'm not sitting down with you and eating over no damn ribs and no chicken. I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing it. If I feel that strongly about your energy to where I'm 2 seconds from popping your head off your shoulders, we're not eating baked beans and hot dogs. We're just not. We're not playing spades. Okay? We just not. So if I was Stormy, I personally probably would not have came. But she did, so that's fine. That's her personal choice. Now let's go to this barbecue on how everybody's saying hello. We realized Mel didn't say hello to Martell. I wouldn't have either. I don't even know why Martell even talks to Mel. You know this woman don't want to have nothing to do with you. You have done everything to this woman and still expecting a hello. I love the fact that they don't really have him on as many episodes as they did before, as they should. He's been doing a lot to Mel that just really, honestly and truly just doesn't make any sense. So Tisha hugs Keke's husband but then doesn't hug Keke. And it's like Tisha intentionally did that. And I feel like that was a little juvenile. How you hug the husband but then don't hug her. Okay, but I feel like Tisha and Keke's relationship is never, ever going to be the same. I just feel like it's never going to be the same. I also feel like Tisha said that, she had promised me she wouldn't talk about my marriage, and she's still talking about my marriage. And Keke's saying that her hairstylist, they were blaming her hairstylist as if she started the rumor that Marsau had a three-way. So, but it was really allegedly Tisha's hairstylist. First of all, the hairstylist is messy boots. What happened to y'all laying tracks and not laying down rumors about people's marriages? I know y'all be carrying the most tea because people be feeling comfortable in y'all chair and talking and stuff like that, but y'all just really need to do a job and stop just doing these people's hair for clout. Stick to laying down the wigs and bundles. Stick to that. I just don't understand. I like a professional that do their job and head out. Because what is you doing? You're not there to be a cast member. You're there to do hair. But anyway, so she's mad at her cousin for that. And all of a sudden, Keke is so upset and she throws a drink in Tisha's face. Whole time Marsau is trying to literally calm Tisha down. That was a bit much. I feel like that was a bit much to throw a drink in your cousin's face. Like, I didn't think that called for it. Just stop speaking to your cousins. There's cousins that I have cut off for less. There's cousins that I refuse to speak to at all because I'm not going to deal with your toxic ways. And I get that. All you have to do is not speak to your cousin. And I don't know if it's producers doing, I don't know who's doing it is, but stop forcing Keke to speak to that girl. And Keke, stop forcing yourself on your cousin. You ain't got to talk to her. I'm sure you got other cousins you can speak to. You got other people on the cast that you can speak to and mingle with. You have a storyline already by yourself. Tap into that storyline. So Marsau proceeds to get up. I'll call the cops and have her drug tested. So this is when the husband gets active and then it says to be continued. And as we all know in the coming attractions, Keke and her husband are asked to leave or are removed. But I really want to see next week's episode to see how active Keke's husband gets on Marsau. Because it appeared to me he was backing up. And this is my thing. Why are you throwing her addiction up in her face? Why are you even getting involved? Number one, they're family. And that's really between the two of them. Tisha should have been the one to get activated. Tisha should have been the one to get activated. For Marsau, once again, always in women's business. I don't care how people spin it or run with it. It's him constantly being in women's business that I just seriously have a problem with. Tisha is a grown woman. Tisha is not an infant. But for so many years, it just appears to us an outsider looking in that Marsau walks all over Tisha and a lot of times just chooses to be her mouthpiece as if she doesn't have a voice herself. Find your big girl bark, Tisha, and get your life together and stand up for yourself. I just don't understand why you and your cousin have to be cool. Y'all don't have to be cool. The life that y'all once had when y'all was younger, it's just that. It's in the past. You're still family because unfortunately we cannot choose our family. Like you're forced to be family, but you're not forced to talk. Y'all grown. You don't have to talk to this person. You don't really have any ties to this person other than the bloodline, but you ain't got to talk. You can walk past that person. And this always stems and involves Marsau every single time in her marriage. And I just feel like let's let it go. Let's let it go and let's move on. She not leaving that man. Ain't nothing that we could say. Ain't nothing that we could send her. Ain't nothing that we could DM her to make her leave that man, to make her second guess her decision. What she want to do in her marriage and in her relationship is just that. It's her business. So I feel like, Keke, yes, you want to defend your cousin, but we have all been there, girl. Let her figure it out on her own. She's fully capable of navigating that marriage on her own. She chose to get in it. She's going to have to choose to get out of it. And when she truly reaches out to you, I still wouldn't get involved. I would mind my black ass business, because at the end of the day, those are the type of women that no matter what you say or do, they're going to turn around and flip it on you instead of flipping it on their man, if he even is cheating, because we haven't seen any evidence outside in the back of his head. So I don't know. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, put the bell button on for more notifications. We'll see how next week's video, next week's episode is. We shall see how this goes, and we shall see how this play out. I might do a review, might not. I'm not really consistent with Love, Marriage, and Huntsville, because it's just sometimes it's a snooze, sometimes I like it. But this episode was okay. I just feel like that the whole drink thing, it was kind of unnecessary. It really didn't have to happen, and I know Keke was frustrated, but it really didn't have to happen. And I'm so glad Mel and the rest of them that she would have pointed the finger at was at another table by themselves. I don't feel like it deserved all of that, when all you have to do is stop speaking to the person, stop speaking to your cousin. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.